let's jump right in. Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're tackling a massive, high-stakes decision for finance pros in 2026. The industry is just moving at warp speed right now, right? So, if you're looking to future-proof your career, picking the right professional qualification isn't just a nice-to-have anymore. It's absolutely critical. We're throwing the two heavyweights into the ring, ACCA and CIMA. Which one's going to unlock the salary, the career, and the lifestyle you actually want? Let's find out.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here's our roadmap for today. We'll hit the 2026 finance landscape, ACCA versus CIMA basics, the difficulty and cost, career paths and roles, salary and global demand, and finally, making your final choice.
Kicking things off with Section 1, the 2026 finance landscape and the major market shift we're seeing right now.
Check out this staggering number from the Robert Half 2026 Salary Guide. 87% of finance leaders are offering higher pay for specialized skills. What does that tell us right out of the gate? Well, the days of generic basic accounting are totally dead. Employers aren't handing out premiums to someone who just knows how to balance a ledger. No way. They are paying big money for specialized, high-impact talent.
The shift here is just incredibly stark. The old job was basically transaction processing. Accounts payable, payroll, pure data entry. In 2026, software and AI handle that in literally a fraction of a second. The new job? That's all about value creation. It's about taking raw data, pulling a compelling story out of it, and actually advising the CEO on business strategy. The era of the pure number cruncher is over. You've got to be a strategic advisor now. And both ACCA and CIMA are built to make you exactly that, but they go about it in very different ways.
Moving into Section 2, ACCA versus CIMA Basics. Let's look at the core differences.
And this brilliantly illustrates the divide. ACCA, the Association of Chartered Certified Accountants, is fundamentally built to look backward and outward. It's heavily focused on external reporting, compliance, and audit, making sure a company's past financials are totally flawless. Plus, it's universally recognized across more than 180 countries. On the flip side, CIMA, the Chartered Institute of Management Accountants, looks forward and inward. It zeroes in on management accounting, internal business strategy, and forecasting. CIMA essentially trains you to partner up with operational teams to drive future corporate leadership.
Both of these organizations know the market is shifting fast, and they are adapting aggressively. Starting in 2027, ACCA is actually streamlining, dropping from 13 down to 11 papers so they can lean way harder into data analytics and sustainability. Meanwhile, CIMA has a massive 2026 upgrade rolling out that embeds generative AI and ESG, that's environmental, social, and governance, directly into its objective tests and case studies. They're making absolutely sure you're armed with the tools of tomorrow.
All right, Section 3, the difficulty and cost. Time for the brutal truth.
So there's this massive myth floating around that one of these qualifications is somehow easier than the other. The reality? ACCA's notorious advanced audit and assurance paper has a brutal 38% pass rate. Yeah, that means 62% fail. CIMA is certainly no walk in the park either. Their P2 advanced management accounting paper sits at a really tough 40 to 45% pass rate. Bottom line, neither is easy. They just test entirely different things. ACCA pushes your deep technical knowledge and written professional judgment, while CIMA tests how well you can apply strategy to intense, time-pressured business scenarios.
Now you're probably wondering, how much is this whole shebang going to cost? If we look at self-study or standard coaching investments side by side, they're actually remarkably similar. ACCA runs about 3.2 to 4.2 thousand British pounds, or roughly 3.5 to 5.5 lakh rupees in India. CIMA comes in just a tiny hair cheaper. The real differentiator here is the time commitment. Because ACCA has on-demand exams for those early papers, a really dedicated student can often knock it out in 2 to 4 years. CIMA, on the other hand, usually takes about 3 to 5 years because of their structured, quarterly case study exams.
Let's jump to Section 4, career paths and roles. Where do these actually lead?
This is where the road really forks. If your absolute dream is to work in a Big Four firm, Deloitte, PwC, running massive external audits, managing tax, or enforcing strict international financial reporting standards, then ACCA is your undeniable golden ticket. But if you're looking to get inside a giant corporation, think Amazon or Unilever, doing financial planning and analysis, advising marketing, and basically gunning for the corporate CFO suite, CIMA is the credential built explicitly for that exact track.
So the crucial point is how you can leverage these roles geographically.
Check out this highly lucrative pathway known as the Middle East Gateway Strategy. Step 1, you start off in India, gaining experience in a Global Capability Center, or GCC, for a massive multinational. Step 2, you earn your CIMA membership while you're getting that complex offshore experience. Step 3, you use that exact combo to lock down heavily tax-free, high-paying finance roles in major business hubs like Dubai or Saudi Arabia. It's a tried-and-true blueprint for skyrocketing your value on the global stage.
Which brings us to Section 5, Salary and Global Demand. Let's look at the concrete data.
If you're just starting out, volume absolutely matters. In major hubs like Mumbai right now in 2026, ACCA provides up to 8 times more entry-level job listings compared to CIMA. Why is that? Well, the market there is heavily weighted toward Big Four delivery centers and corporate shared services that need armies of people for financial reporting and compliance. ACCA just gives you a massive volume advantage if you're a fresher trying to get your foot in the door.
But let's see how that translates to your actual paycheck over time. Thanks to that huge entry-level demand, newly qualified ACCA professionals often pull in slightly higher initial pay. However, fast forward to the senior levels, say 5 to 10 years down the line, and those salaries completely converge. CIMA professionals stepping into head of FP&A or CFO roles absolutely match and honestly sometimes exceed the ACCA ceiling. Basically, you're looking at top-tier compensation either way. The journey to get there is just a bit different.
And context is everything here. The projected average salary growth for generic finance roles in 2026 is a pretty modest 2.1%. But here is the secret. Holding either ACCA or CIMA lets you completely bypass that average. These qualifications literally pull you out of the general labor pool and drop you into a specialized, highly recruited bracket where you command a premium way above that 2.1%. Finally, Section 6, making your final choice. It's time to make the call.
Ask yourself this directly. Are you aiming for the Big Four? Do you love the precision of audit and tax? Or maybe you want the ultimate passport to move fluidly between public practice and industry across more than 180 countries? If you just nodded yes to any of those, your choice is crystal clear. Choose ACCA. It's going to give you that immediate entry-level job volume and the absolute broadest global foundation in accounting and reporting you can get. But what if your goals look a little different? What if you're already working in industry, or you desperately want to partner with sales, marketing, and operations to actually drive business growth? Are you targeting that FP&A desk and eyeing the corporate CFO chair? Then your choice is CIMA. It strips away all that heavy audit compliance you really won't need and laser focuses your time on management accounting, commercial finance, and high-level corporate strategy.
Now, what's really interesting here is the ultimate career hack. You don't necessarily have to choose forever. ACCA and CIMA actually have mutual exemption frameworks. A brilliant strategy for 2026 is to snag your ACCA first for that massive entry-level job breadth. Then, once you're established, use your exemptions to breeze through the remaining CIMA papers. You're effectively adding a powerhouse strategic management layer to your profile. You can literally be universally qualified.
The finance world in 2026 is completely leaving traditional bookkeeping in the dust. The real question isn't just which qualification is better, because let's face it, they are both world-class. The real question is, are you ready to stop being a number cruncher and start being a business leader? The data's all there, the pathways are clear. It's time to pick your track and take action to build your future. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you in the next one.